Okay. So hopefully this goes well. I have no idea if it's working or not. Fingers crossed that it is. But we'll see. I'm probably going to fix this compressor real quick. Okay. Before we get too far into it. Hello, this is the first live stream from the Observatory that we are doing. It's just really an attempt at making sure that getting some of the initial live streaming components down, all the networking, making sure the switching works properly, all that kind of stuff is working. And I've been dialing it in over the past few days. This is not the final networking system that we're going to have by any means, but we are using some of the initial components that we've purchased. So that switch that I showed you guys is what we are using to send this video signal down from above up top down to the room that I'm in now. And I've currently connected the solar telescope, not the Ritchie telescope, but that's okay because we're just in the middle of the day right now. And I just kind of wanted to show off some of what we got going here. So let's see here. So this is the sun right now, completely live. Nothing fake about this. Pretty nuts. So let's zoom in here. See if we can see some more detail here. Also, I want to double check that this is actually working. Does it say that I'm live right now? Okay, well, it's not really telling me too much. Okay. Well, we do have it showing right now. I just want to make sure that I can have the live stream showing on my end. If I go to my channel, does it say that I'm live? Yeah, okay, it does. It does say I'm live. That's good, but how do I view this as a creator? Got it. Okay. Analytics. Is that what I do? Okay, here we go. Oh, I need to have a lower 2560 by 1440. Do I need to stop the whole live stream? Okay. How's it going, Bart? Well, I'm glad it is at least working somewhat. Hopefully we can get it to work better than this here in the near future. This is all just kind of testing everything, making sure it's all working. Let's see. But we have oh, what's up? What's up, Dark Noise? Well, I'm glad it's working. And I got some solar flares here going. I need to get some music going, some royalty free. What do they have? I'm just gonna Google royalty free streamer music. Oh, well, I'll find something here eventually. But hey, it's working, right? I think. I need to figure out a better way to get the chat to work. Oh, okay. That is way better. Yeah, dude, no problem. I'm just going to be here doing some observing of the sun. Nothing crazy. So I'll talk to you soon. Have a good night. It's not bad, though. Not bad at all. Let's see. Okay, dropped frames, none. Bitrate 15,000. Everything's looking good. I wonder how I add docs for all my stats to see like how many people are in the live stream and such. I'll figure that out at some point. But I do want to have that pulled up over here so I can see that myself. Can I disable the chat? No, that's not what we want. Okay, so I will eventually, for the next stream, I will dumb it down to non-4K. That's annoying that they don't let me do a 4K stream. But, yeah, we're just doing some solar observing. There's not really much to talk about because I'm the only one here. But, yeah, that's looking pretty nice. Nice and crisp. There was a lot more movement on the sun earlier when I was looking at it. I've been working on it for a couple hours today. I've been here probably since noon, getting this stuff figured out, and I noticed that there's been a ton of activity on the sun all day, and the atmospheric conditions have gotten better throughout the day. It started off significantly more wobbly than this, and it's improved. We're still getting quite a bit of movement, especially in the areas where we have that higher contrast down here, but it's not bad. It looks really nice, honestly. Yeah, I'm happy with the resolution, especially down here in the bottom. If I let's see if we can zoom in. Let's step down this capture area. See if we can get a higher frames per second. USB traffic set to 50. There we go. Now we're getting some proper speed out of it. Oh yeah, that's looking nice. Look at that. Surface details really popping out. What if we go back to 100% zoom? Oh, that's not a very good. Let's find a nice 1200 by 1200. Let's go with that. Let's center it up too. I think I need to take flats to fix some of these issues in the photos. We get better detail when the object's down here. Significantly better detail. I'm going to call that good. Let's bring back the zoom. Yeah, look at that atmospheric turbulence. It's pretty nasty. But holy smokes, does that look good. That looks really good. That frame. The only problem is we don't have the full frame rate. And that's an issue with the computer not being as fast as it could be. If we had a faster processor on the computer, it'd be much better. Let me see what my connection speed is. Yeah, I'm only getting 12 frames per second, 11 frames per second with remote desktop for some reason. I don't know why. It's not getting higher frames per second. Good though, 0 dropped frames this whole live stream. That's already really, really nice. If we want to look at the weather conditions, I've got that available right here. So this is our weather station. This data is available on both Weather Underground as well as CWOP, which is where NASA and NOAA get a lot of their data. Well, it's provided by NOAA, and a lot of services use QWOP. And we provide our weather data to those services as well as it's on WeatherLink Live. And so we're always monitoring the conditions here at the observatory. We can see things such as wind direction, wind speed. Then we have temperature and humidity shown on these graphs. These lines here represent the max and minimum that we've experienced throughout the day. And then we have indoor and outdoor humidity, as well as rain and our barometer. So this tells us all the information we need to know about the atmospheric conditions measured in millibars. We currently have somewhat of a high pressure system going right now. If you look over here at the line graph, we can see the barometer is going up and up and up. This is actually we're starting to get a low pressure system coming in. And then over the past few days, it started moving away. And it's really interesting looking at these graphs, like seeing how things changed. We had here on this day, we had extremely high temperatures, and we had our humidity drop down a bunch. It dropped down lower than it had on any other day, almost down to 40%, where previously our humidity had been staying at around 70 at the lowest in the day. On what was this day? Saturday. Yeah, on Saturday, I think, or maybe this was Sunday, we had a massive change in temperature and the humidity went down. It was a really hot day out, really smoky. And it looks like the winds were not blowing that strong either. So we weren't getting as much of the smoke taken away from us. It was a tough day. So anyways, that's what our weather data looks like. It's really interesting to be able to see it on online. So I definitely recommend checking that out. Yeah, we're still just looking here at these sunspots. They're really, really good looking. Holy moly. The data here's nice and sharp. We can also auto stretch this to really pull out the detail. Yeah, there we go. Look at that. That's spectacular. And also this data coming off of the limbs here at the bottom is pretty nuts. That is really nuts. Holy moly. Let's boost up our gain. Take a better look at this. Yeah, so you can really see all this stuff coming off the surface of the sun. That's absolutely beautiful. Have anything over here? Not much. A very low layer surface sort of thing. I don't know exactly what's going on over here. That's really interesting to look at. But this one here is the fun one to look at. That's really, really neat. Do I have anything up top? Not too much. Really, the good data is... Oh, wait. What was that? Not too shabby over here. We got something coming off the limb, and then let's bring down the gain a bit. And we can see what else is hiding there. Yeah, so it looks like this solar prominence here is stretching around the side of it. Just barely we can see it. Looks like it's shooting off here and then coming around, going around the side of the sun that we can't see. Okay, there we go. For some reason, I didn't have an offset. Okay, let's go back out to 200 so we can get a better view of everything. Doesn't look like the focus is tack sharp either anymore. We need to get some sort of autofocus capability on this setup. If you're curious what we're using, the camera is a QHY 174M, which I believe is pretty much the best camera you can buy. That's an eyepiece camera. There's really nothing better than it. It's got the global shutter. It's got the monochrome sensors, large pixels. You can't beat what it provides. It's a really fantastic option. And then the telescope we're using is a Lunt LST-60HA, which is 2.5-inch solar telescope. So it's specifically designed to look at the sun. It's got a hydrogen alpha filter built into it, and it reflects out almost all of the light that gets sent to it. Doesn't even go through the filters. Just a very small amount of light that is about 1/20th of a nanometer wide. It's actually measured in angstroms, so half an angstrom wide, 0.5 is the bandpass that we're using for this. And that's what gives us all these really sharp details that we're seeing in the surface features. All these white spots and these dark spots, those are all caused by variances in the hydrogen. So when there's more hydrogen or less hydrogen, because the hydrogen emits light at a specific wavelength, when we have more of it being emitted, it shows up as white, and we have less of it being emitted, then it shows up as dark. And those plumes of gas that are shooting out, although those are full of hydrogen, they almost act like little clouds or something like that. That's why they're a little darker over the surface features. Even though they are producing light, they're just not producing as much light as the surface features below them. And so that's why they show up like that. Really, really neat, though, how all these surface features are popping out. It's not every day that you get surface features this active. They're really popping out today. We need to get the rest of the scope dialed in, though, because this is not sharp around the rest of the disc. We need to get that figured out. It's not bad, though. Not bad. Okay. Figured it out. That's how I pull this up. Wait, no, that's just video analytics. How do I find live views? This is annoying. Well, if you guys have any questions, I'd be happy to answer them. Oh, come on, live control room. Okay, well, at least it's working. and we don't have any issues besides the 4K. I've got some music that I think fits the live stream. All right. Let's turn the volume down, make sure it's not going to blast. It's kind of loud. All right. I think that's probably pretty good. Minus... Yeah, it's like peaking around minus 40 my voice. It's 20 dBs less than my voice. That's probably perfect right there. Yeah, the scene conditions just aren't very stable. The atmosphere must be pretty darn thick right now where it's looking at. I'm going to pull up Stellarium just to take a look. Oh, that's why. We're getting down on the horizon. That's a problem. If you want to see the sun, it helps when it's straight up and down. But, this is okay for now. Here, we can zoom in a little bit. Get a better view of it. Hold on. Whoops. Remote desktop is pretty darn laggy. I'm going to see if I can figure out ways to start speeding this up. Not bad. Not bad at all. If you guys have any questions, feel free to ask. I would love to answer any questions that you guys have. So... So let's do a solar capture real quick. Two frames drop, not bad. So... yeah, we're, so the scope we're using right now is just the smaller telescope that we have. It's a really tiny telescope. It's only a 2.5-inch refractor, but it's specifically designed to look at the sun, versus our normal telescope that we have has a 70-centimeter mirror on it. It's absolutely massive, and that is designed for when we're out looking at nighttime. but we don't really have the right conditions or the right setup to use such a large telescope during the daytime. So really our only option is to pull it out at night and use the big guy, because a really big mirror like that would just focus too much light. And so actually having a smaller telescope like this one is the better choice. The telescope here, though, is really small, only about 2 feet long, maybe, and it provides stunning results. And then when we shoot deep sky, we have a much bigger telescope. That thing is almost 10 feet tall that comes off the ground. It's huge, and way bigger than like this, where is it? This one right behind me, or this one right here. These are tiny telescopes in comparison to the big one we have upstairs. But right now, we're not capable of controlling that telescope from down here. We're very close to being able to do that. We just need to finish setting some stuff up. We're working on some automation, and it's a lot of work. Honestly, it's just a ton of work. We're having to, fabricate sensors and hardwire circuitry together and interface all that stuff together. It's really confusing, and it requires a lot of work. But thankfully, we've had a really good group of people working together on it. Me and about 4 other people have been teaming up here at the observatory trying to get this project done. And we made a lot of progress. What we're still left to do is we have to create a jig to mount the homing sensor, and then we need to finish marking out the gear, and then assemble everything, wire it up, put the circuitry together, and then we're off to the races. And unfortunately, it's kind of stagnated the past week just because I've been so busy trying to get some of this networking stuff figured out. Because I've been saying for the longest time, like, I need to get these live streams going. I need to finally show everything that we're doing with this telescope. And so I've been focusing more on that the past couple days. But I think here in the next few days, we're going to work on getting the dome automation together. Oh, and there is the setting sun, you guys. Look at that. Holy moly. Okay, that's sick. Wait, why is it not capturing? Okay, there we go. Now it's capturing. Oh, that's so cool. Oh, man. I love doing this kind of stuff. But anyways, here in the next few days, we're going to hopefully have the telescope upstairs have an automated dome control. So now the telescope is going to be able to follow, or the dome will be able to follow the telescope, and it will be able to be fully automated, so I don't have to stand up in the dome and control everything. I can be down here in the observatory controlling everything, which is how it should be. It makes way more sense to be down here where we can have computer screens that are easily visible, and it's warm. It's really hard if to do all this astronomy stuff when you're freezing cold or you're tired. And being inside in this room is much more enjoyable of an experience. I didn't even realize that it was already sunset. I would have assumed that we still had another couple hours left of daylight. But anyways, wow, it's really starting to set. That's so cool that you can see the projection like how the prominences, excuse me, the solar prominences are still shooting out at the side of it, even though it's setting down through these trees. That's such a cool view. But yeah, I'm hoping in the next few weeks to start being able to use that big telescope and operating it from down here, so we can just start shooting all the time. I also need to get to reading. We bought this book recently called Star Testing Astronomical Telescopes, a manual in evaluating and evaluating optical alignment in astronomical telescopes. And it's been a great resource so far. I've only been able to, or only have been patient enough to read the past few pages, or the first few pages, but over the past few days because I've just been so busy. But I swear I'm going to get around to it, and eventually we're going to go and spend some time collimating the telescope and getting it perfectly aligned. Because that's the issues we're running into right now. It's not coming out nice and crisp like it should. The images just are not sharp. And I know we can do better, so it'll take a little bit of time. Here come some more trees. Looks like we're dropping frames. No. It's just, remote desktop being funky. Wow, what a beautiful view. $15,000 frames. That's going to be a fun one to stack. Man, I thought it would have set by now. Oh! Oh! That was sick! Oh! Oh! I can't believe I just caught that. That was awesome. I'm glad I was live streaming that. That was really cool. That's funny. Now you can really see the setting sun. Come on, start the damn capture. That's annoying. Does it just not work? Did I just like crash the software? I mean, it looks sick. Don't get me wrong. I just want to be taking a picture of this. Guess we're gonna have to take it with my iPhone. That looks pretty neat. I think my mount might have stopped tracking. No. I think it's just setting fully below the horizon now. All right, well, as this thing is fully setting, I just wanted to do a quick test live stream to see how everything was working and making sure everything, you know, worked as we wanted it to. And clearly it is. You know, we only dropped 44 frames in a 1 hour live stream. That's fantastic. That's only a second and a half. That's great news. So, wow, I love the way that this is fading out. That looks really, really cool. 10 out of 10. Oh, you did. That's awesome, Mike. Yeah, that jet flying across was sick. Unfortunately, I wasn't capturing when that happened, but that's okay. I'm gonna let this finish setting. There's a couple, you know, once these last pixels die, then it's gonna look way cooler. You know, I want to get the full shot here. Yep, there we go. Oh yeah, disk stabilization's like, what the hell's going on? Okay, let's just turn that off. But yeah, that's the sunset. Absolutely beautiful. Thanks, Mike. Yeah, we're gonna hopefully be doing more of these from the observatory. This is just a test. In the next few days, we're gonna have something from the big telescope coming in soon. That's, you know, we're just on the brink of it. We need to end up rewiring the whole building and going through a whole process of, you know, hooking ourselves up to the right system. So we're going to be spending quite a bit of money that we're getting through grants and organizations. But once that all kicks in, it's going to be so much fun. We're going to get some really great stuff. So I don't know if you're subscribed or not, but it's only going to get better. So I'm really excited to see where it's going from here. The pictures are going to be pretty gnarly, especially with what we get out of the big scope already. It's not, you know, up to snuff yet, but what we're getting out of it is already better than most people's just home buttons. Oh, thank you very much, dude. Well, hopefully we do more of these live streams. Live streams are fun. Videos are probably a little better just because, you know, they gain traction over time, I think, is really what is nice. And I can put out a video and it'll be still relevant in a couple years from now, versus a live stream isn't really, you know, put together professionally. But we're going to be doing more streams here, and as soon as all the networking stuff is hooked up, on the big scope. It's going to be game on. We're going to be taking pictures of all the good stuff. My first target that I want to shoot is the horse head as our first big one. And then I also want to see if we can... we're contributing data to the BAT, which is part of Astrobiscuit's group. So the big amateur telescope, there's a bunch of us, probably like 50 to 100 of us, that are submitting data, and we're the high-end astrophotographers that are doing some really cool data work, and we're going to be trying to shoot these really narrow objects, or these really tiny objects that are hard to pick out the details of. And so we need really big telescopes like the one we have upstairs. And when we're contributing data, hopefully soon, it's going to be some of the best data that they've got. So it's going to be providing some really high resolution photos of Orion, and we're going to look for these like protoplanetary disks. We're going to look for I can't remember what the third one that we were going to look for is called, but there's these little tendrils that are shot out of nebulas, and they look really, really cool, and they're really tough to take pictures of, but we've got the right telescope for it. We've got the right camera. It's just a matter of us taking the right pictures and getting it dialed in. So it's going to be a lot of fun. But yeah, lots of videos to come. It's a process. You know, you got to put one foot in front of the other, and you know, you can't skip too far ahead, and things have to be done in a certain order, and that's definitely not easy. I want to everyone wants to rush ahead and have great photos, and so would I. I would love to just, you know, go right ahead to the good photos, but we're just not there yet. You know, we have a lot of things to fix. The mirror is not showing good images. The mirror is way too hot. We need to have fans blowing on the mirror, possibly liquid cooling, or not liquid cooling, Peltier cooling, so solid state cooling, and then using liquid cooling to pull the heat off of those Peltiers to bring the heat down, and then forced induction fans to pump cold air and air conditioning and inside the dome and insulating the dome, and these are all like considerations that we're trying to figure out, because the mirror itself here, since we're really not looking at this anymore, I can go to my camera. So oh wait, I want to unfull screen this. One sec, guys. Okay, so the mirror is this great big piece of glass. It's about 3 inches thick, and it's way bigger than this. It's like that, and it's 27 inches across, 27 and a half to be exact, 3 inches thick-ish, and it's made out of this material called zero dur, which is I'm gonna turn this music down. It's a little loud, I feel like. Anyways, okay. The zero dur it's kind of like Pyrex,